Hello everybody, welcome back to another video leading up to the week of Halloween. In this video, I'm doing some art with salt dough clay. It's a homemade clay that makes flour and salt with a little bit of warm water, and then you flatten it out and you make your shapes. The only reason mine is a little bit weird is because I use the salt that needs to be grounded up and it did not get grounded up enough. So it does look a little bit chunky, but starting off, I'm doing a jack-o'-lantern shape. For this next shape, I am doing a classic ghost with a rounded top and the little waves on the bottom. I wanted to do characters that were fairly simple since this clay can be a little bit weird to work with since it is homemade. Once I have the general shape of what I want, I'm gonna go ahead and straighten out the edges and make them as smooth as possible. And then the next one that I'm gonna do is a classic black cat. I wanted to do the classic bad luck cat with a arch on the back and kind of looking like it's kind of frightened and scared, because I feel like it's a classic Halloween staple that you always see in movies and in decor. For this next one, I wanted to do something a little bit different. As I mentioned, it was a little bit challenging. I'm not super experienced when it comes to sculpting and working with clay, but I tried to do like a Frankenstein monster head. And then this one, like I said, I tried to go all out. So I wanted to do a mini trick-or-treat bowl. I started with a circle base and then I'm doing a flat strip to create a wall and attach it to the bottom and make the bowl shape. This is the attachment process. As I mentioned, I wanted to make it kind of as smooth as possible. So as opposed to just gluing it, I am molding it into each other while it is still wet, and then hopefully it will harden and dry all together. I didn't make the strip long enough, so I am adding a little bit to the side. And that piece was a little bit thinner, so I'm trying to even it all out around the edges and make it nice and smooth. These do take a little bit to dry, so you want to make sure that it's as dry as possible before you start painting. As you can see, the cat was not fully dried, so that is something that I had to work on later. But I'm adding a base coat of white and then doing the base coat of the solid colors that I want for every design. I decided to do one of the ghost candy corn theme, and then the other one, a jack-o'-lantern, a classic color. I also made a little bit of extra clay and I dyed it pink, and I'm doing a handprint kind of ornament tray thing with my kiddos' hands. So that's one of them, doing that. And then I'm going back to these shapes. I painted the cat obviously black, and then for the monster head, I wanted to do it kind of like a greenish, like pale, slightly zombie Frankenstein-ish color. So that's what I'm trying to go for right here. Then I've just adjusted it until I found a color that I like. And then I got a little bit of footage of my kids painting their own clay creations, which I will put a little bit of footage in here. I just made them mini salt dough creations, and we put a little bit of yarn on them and hung them up on the wall. So this was their process of painting as well. Back to the bigger pieces, I am doing a trick or treat on the bowl because I wanted it to be reminiscent of like a candy bowl that you live outside, and then when all the candy's finished, on the bottom it says trick or treat. So that's what I did in purple because I feel like it goes well with orange. And then for the jack-o'-lantern face, I wanted to do just a classic black eyes and nose and a little smile. For the candy corn, I forgot to film, but I just did like a little spooky ghost face, classic And for the monster head, I felt it didn't really resemble a monster head, so I wanted to do a ghost dressed as a monster head or dressed as like a zombie Frankenstein type thing, because I felt like it resembled more a ghost than a head completely on its own. And these are how my kids' hands came out. One of my kids wanted to do like a rainbow theme, and my other one did just completely mixed all the colors. I guess you could call it a zombie theme as well. This is how everything came out. I absolutely love it, and I hope it gives you guys a good idea to do this kind of craft on your own. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Happy Halloween soon, and I will see you in the next one. And it proves that black cats are truly bad luck, because this thing dropped and broke after already breaking while I was trying to film. These are the mini clay creations. Once again, thank you, and I hope you enjoy.